What if I told you the next Galaxy phone might finally break one of the biggest walls in tech, the one between Samsung and Apple? A last-minute leak suggests the upcoming Samsung Galaxy S26 could support Apple's AirDrop. Yes, that AirDrop. And if this turns out to be true, it's a much bigger deal than it sounds. Before we jump in, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. It really helps me keep bringing you more tech breakdowns like this one. We're literally hours away from the official launch of the S26 series, and leaks are still coming in. This one might be the most interesting yet because it tackles something users have complained about for years: file sharing between Android and Apple devices. Right now, sending a file from a Galaxy phone to an iPhone is inconvenient. You either install a third-party app on both devices or upload the file to the cloud and download it again. It works, but it's not seamless. And once you've used AirDrop inside the Apple ecosystem, you know how effortless it feels. So why does this matter? Because ecosystems have been the biggest lock-in strategy in tech. Apple keeps users inside its bubble with features like AirDrop, iMessage, and FaceTime. Samsung and Google have their own solutions, but they don't talk well with Apple. If Samsung really enables AirDrop compatibility through QuickShare, that's a serious shift toward interoperability. This story actually starts with Google. Back in November, Google introduced AirDrop file sharing compatibility via QuickShare on the Google Pixel 10. Then, earlier this month, it expanded support to the Google Pixel 9 series. At the time, Eric Ray, VP of Engineering for Android, said this feature wouldn't remain exclusive to Pixel devices, but he didn't say which brand would be next. Now, according to a reliable tipster, Samsung could be that next brand, and not just any Samsung phone, but the entire Galaxy S26 lineup. The leak suggests that sharing works similarly to how Pixel phones handle it. To send a file from a Galaxy S26 to an Apple device, the Apple device must have AirDrop set to everyone. On the flip side, if you want to receive files from an Apple device, QuickShare needs to be enabled on the Galaxy phone. That's it. No third-party apps, no cloud detours, just direct device-to-device sharing. If this works the way it sounds, it would remove one of the biggest everyday annoyances for people who live in mixed device households. Think about it. You might use a Galaxy phone but own a MacBook, or your friends use iPhones while you're on Samsung. Right now, sharing photos and videos in those situations is clunky. This could make it instant. There's another interesting detail. The tipster claims this AirDrop compatibility might also roll out to older Galaxy phones through the upcoming One UI 8.5 update. If that happens, Samsung wouldn't just be improving the S26, it would be strengthening its entire ecosystem. But before we get too excited, there's an important caveat. Nothing is officially confirmed yet. Neither Samsung nor Google has announced this feature for the S26 lineup. So, as exciting as this leak is, it should definitely be taken with caution. If it's real, though, it says something bigger about where the industry is heading. For years, tech companies focused on building walls, keeping users locked inside their ecosystems. Now we're slowly seeing cracks in those walls. Apple adopting USB-C was one. Google enabling AirDrop compatibility was another. And Samsung potentially following that path. That's part of a larger shift. Interoperability isn't just a buzzword anymore. It's becoming a competitive advantage. Consumers are tired of being forced into one ecosystem just because of file sharing limitations. If Samsung announces this feature at launch, it could quietly become one of the most important upgrades in the Galaxy S26 series, even more important than a faster chip or a brighter display, because this one actually changes how people interact across platforms every single day. We'll know very soon if this leak turns out to be true. But if it is, the Galaxy S26 series might not just be another yearly upgrade. It might be the phone that finally makes Android and Apple play a little nicer together. And honestly, that's long overdue. What's your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section. See you in the next video. Take care.